Hello everybody and welcome back to Sweet and Sour Soccer, and we're back speaking about Everton today, and for good reason as well, because the search for the next Everton manager is getting closer, and that's because Marcelo Bielsa has flown into the UK today. He's flown into London to have discussions with the board about becoming the next Everton manager. Guys, I will jump into that and obviously speak about what is happening there, but one quick thing regarding this man on screen, obviously an Everton legend, Duncan Ferguson. He won't be becoming the next Everton manager, that's for sure. Obviously, he was quite high up in the odds a couple of days ago, but he has now become the next Forest Green manager. I'm sure, obviously, all Evertonians will wish him the best of luck. But, of course, that has ruled him out of the ruling to be the next Everton manager. But this man does look like he is predominantly going to be the number one choice. Guys, before I jump into speaking about him a little bit more, please do me a favour. Please do hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. We're only about 10 subscribers off 4,500 subscribers. So if you could get us there on this video, it'd be a massive, massive thank you. But yes, let's talk about Bielsa because, of course, it does look like he's going to be Everton's number one choice. Now, what's interesting is obviously a couple of days ago, it was kind of rumoured that Bielsa had rejected the role. He wasn't interested. And there was a main obvious reasons for that, not having real confidence in the squad. Now, that doesn't look like it's been fully resolved, but it does look like the feeling that he was ruling himself out and wasn't going to become the next Everton manager was a bit premature. I think people and journalists jumped the gun there to report that he had turned down the job because that doesn't seem to be the case. But what has been reported that, yes, he has flown into London today to have discussions with the board, but he does have some concerns. The main concern that he has, though, is around the pace of the squad. Now, this kind of makes sense because if we think back to Leeds' Bielsa, one thing that they really did play was rock and roll football. Yes, we can think back to the negatives of, yes, they did concede a few, but they put on a show whilst doing it. They really did play quick football, getting up and down the pitch. He demanded the most from the players as well. Let's not forget that. The players themselves were really hard worked. You look at the kind of training sessions that Bielsa did with that Leeds squad. He needed them to be in 110% shape when it comes to fitness. And they all needed to be quite a pacey squad. Obviously, we think back to some of the players that Leeds had at the time and still do now. There is quite a lot of pace in the squad. And I think that really did help the way that Bielsa played. Now, Bielsa obviously would have some pace in the squad, thinking of the names of like Gray, for instance, but he has some main concerns around the defence. He does feel that maybe the defence is a little slow to play the way that he would like. So I'm sure he's maybe flown into London today to have some discussions about that, to see if that can be resolved. And maybe it could, ultimately be determined by whether or not Everton are going to jump into the transfer market this transfer window. Of course, Everton have tried so far. Unfortunately, they got rejected in the end for Danjuma, which was really odd circumstances because it looked to be over the line. But there hasn't been a lot of new signings. Now, when you look at clubs around them, Bournemouth are making a hell of a lot of signings. Wolves have made some signings. Forest have obviously made a couple, but they've already got such a big squad. And there's other teams around them, and Southampton as well look like they're going to continue to spend to the close of the transfer window. There's no wonder why someone like Bielsa does probably have a little bit of concerns at the moment. Having said that, with the whole Anthony Gordon saga and what's happening with him and Newcastle, you do wonder if it might be beneficial if Everton can just get like a sale done now. If they could get one done in the next couple of days. I mean, we are really nearing the end of the transfer window. But even so, get it done. If it's done by Sunday, agree a nice fee. You can then go out, spend some money, whether that be getting loan signings in, whether that be actually going out and spending it on permanent signings. It could give Bielsa the squad that he kind of wants, especially when we're seeing the fee for Gordon would be around the 40 million price tag. Maybe that's something that they're looking to resolve. Maybe that's something they will have talks with Bielsa around. But it does look at the moment that Bielsa is the main candidate, but he does need some convincing, and it will be up to the board ultimately to convince Bielsa that he can do the job that he needs to do. obviously at Everton Football Club. But guys, that is the summary for today of what is happening with the next Everton manager. Of course, as well as Bielsa, Sean Dyche apparently is ultimately being considered as well. And it's probably the second favourite at the moment. So maybe if it's not Bielsa, it ultimately is going to end up to be Dyche. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you excited about the prospect of Bielsa? And also, please do hit that like button and please do get us to 4,500 subscribers, please. And hopefully I'll catch you on another video. Have a good one. Take care. Goodbye.